Sunny skies encompass Talladega Superspeedway here in Alabama. 42 drivers lined up and ready to go with a mixture and really a diverse field of drivers from across the FBRL, specifically in the Sony Cup Series and Hardee's National Series. Joseph Strigley on pole with Bobo Jones on his outside, the top two in the point standings already starting first and second. Strigley with a 14-point gap over Bobo Jones. Both of them have showcased excellent amount of consistency, and for the others, they really gotta up the ante. Pace car is off turn number 4 and heads down pit road. Joseph Strigley for Fisher Motorsports will lead us down for the green flag as we're gonna be underway here for 57 laps of racing here at Talladega. And already you're seeing Strigley off to a great start, and teammate Jordan Fisher right behind him. The Fisher cars roaring off of turn number 2. And already you're starting to see some 3-wide action in the back. But here comes Jordan Fisher right back down towards the inside. Lane Sanders looking to make a third lane in the bottom. And Eric DeMax looking to try and squeeze the issue to make it 4-wide into the corner. And already a chaotic first lap they're going to go. And into turns number 3 and 4, Jordan Fisher comes off as the race leader. Tim Fiegel, though, willing to maybe try and steal that first lap already from the Jordan car, but Fisher's going to really get back down towards the bottom of the racetrack, and it's going to be Jordan Fisher to lead the opening lap of the event. Fiegel ends up in second, but now Bobo Jones slides down on the inside, looking to take the runner-up spot for that second position. Lane Sanders already on the charge in the 60 car. He's looking to get a really good run in his resume. He's certainly wanting something from this 60 car in this one-off scheme. They're trying to represent the best to their ability. Blaze McKinney not too far behind the 60, and Corey Williams looking to make it 3 wide underneath for second, while Jordan Fisher, though, loving what he's seeing. He wants to see these guys battle it out to and fro, but it just comes to show how competitive the field can get with this plate package. Daniel Day, another driver trying to get on the charge in that 42 car. Porkins Smith, you see Cole Baker, Julio Caesar in the middle, Cody Lamas on the bottom of the racetrack. Couple drivers that start in the back already trying to make themselves upwards towards the pack, already trying to move up towards the front in this race. Hannah Allen starting to close in on the top 3, as well as the 17 car looking very strong early on, but you see the top 3, top 4 cars single file down the backstretch. They're gonna go, and Hannah Allen already getting aggressive going down the inside line. Jack Halleck looking to make it 4 wide there. RJ Bishop looking, will he commit behind the 74 car into turn number 3, and it looks like he's kind of stuck on the inside groove. Actually, he's going to get down there right in front of Jack Porkins. Patrick Smith trying to crack into the top 10, but Hannah Allen already making some great moves down to the bottom of the racetrack. She's already looking for the second position. This 17 car is already flying out on this track, and we might see some drivers maybe calm themselves down, but at the moment, though, 3-wide action all over the racetrack from the mid-pack towards the back. We're starting to see drivers already get antsy, slicey, and dicey here in the early stages of Talladega. And already, I think we're starting to see a car already lose the draft. Looks to be James Ellison's number 23 car, so they might have missed something on the setup. And maybe he's probably having a game plan of maybe trying to avoid all the carnage in front of him, because you never know what Talladega could offer, because anything goes at super speedways, and these tracks serve as wild cards for a reason. And right now, Hannah Allen off of turn number 4 is going to take the lead away from Jordan Fisher, and Jack Halleck is going to slot in behind on the inside groove to take second away with another Ford compatriot of RJ Bishop. But will Bishop go down the bottom of the racetrack? No, he will not. He's going to try and help Halleck out, but Allen able to shut the door on the 74 car, and right behind him, Porkins, there's Nick Breeding in the 40 starting to put himself into the picture inside the top 10, maybe looking for a top 5 run there. Austin Miller in the 18, the Traxxas car, also starting to move forwards as well, but Hannah Allen, though, up front. RJ Bishop making the move down to second, and here comes the 41 of Jack Porkins, the Kentucky winner, looking to get some momentum to swing into his favor, as he's been on the hot seat for Curtis Racing this year, and he's certainly going to try and make a point here today. But really, they're all trying to chase down that number 17 car as they're 3 wide right behind her. RJ Bishop has been all over the back bumper of Hannah Allen, but has yet to really make a move down the bottom of the racetrack. And fuel window wise, in terms of fuel mileage, it is going to be 29 to 31, maybe 32 if you want to push it that far, laps. And regardless, that's just going to be a one-stopper in this race. But everybody kind of calming down so far. Nobody's really getting too aggressive. 3 wide though, in the mid-pack says otherwise, but up front though, they are really minding their P's and Q's for the moment, making moves when necessary. And even though they may be optimistic for positions, they won't really try and force the issue too much on the racetrack. 3 wide action, you see everybody giving themselves plenty of space on the track, and whenever they went 4 wide, they've immediately backed it down easily. And you see DJ Curtis back there, Corey Williams, Jack Hallett, couple of big names, Cole Baker, Sean Angel, Eric DeMax, Shade Eves almost winning at Kentucky. He certainly wants something good today and didn't qualify too well, to be exact. Bobo Jones also sitting in the back half of the field in the 9 cars. Lane Sanders, there's Ryan Acosta, one of the top contenders so far this year in the Sony Cup Series. And the Red Bulls, Avon Jack and Cal Farrell. James Ellison, as we noted, has lost the draft, so tough break for him, and he's really just hoping for a yellow at this rate. But you see the field kind of just single file, really the front 10, 11 cars just kind of staying in line. Nobody really to get aggressive, as noted, but I think we're going to see them really get slicey and dicey as the run winds down, as we get closer and closer to that pit window. But Hannah Allen, though, really good race car in that IK9 machine. The Toyotas have really showcased their muscle this season, and right now, with 2 of them in the top 2 in the standings of Rodriguez Racing and Fisher Motorsports, it really comes to show the progress Toyotas have had. And in that championship last year underneath Anthony Marchese and Rodriguez Racing has really given them the utmost confidence to become a competitive manufacturer this year in the Hardee's National Series. Cody Lamas now trying to get up towards the 5th spot, just got past Crasta. Now look at the fake out by Diego Yepes underneath for the 6th position, and you see the Joseph Strigley cars coming into play here. Logan Cloud and 8th, Jake West in 9th, and great runs for them so far. Matthew Rodriguez making a move on the inside of Noah Hart. Hart really getting left out to dry. Porkins trying to make it 3 wide underneath West and Crasta. And looks like Corey Williams will follow in line. Austin Miller up front trying to make a move for the 2nd spot, but Edward Ziemba though stuck up high, and Cody Lamas and the others, they're all going to stick down towards the bottom of the racetrack, and Ziemba just kind of stuck in no man's land. Ross Jackson as well, Tim Fiegel, they're all getting ditched out there, and Jordan Fisher trying to shuffle around, trying to find his way upwards towards the pack once again. But Edward Ziemba now stuck to the top. Cody Lamas just following the draft in the slipstream of Austin Miller as he chops right in front of Yepes, and Logan Cloud now getting around the 94. Here comes Crasta hugging the yellow line as well as West, but Edward Ziemba all by himself, double file right behind him. Noah Hart and Jordan Fisher willing to help each other out here. The teammates going at it, but Fisher going to make it 3 wide underneath the Dairy Queen machine. And here comes Austin Miller once again, another attempt, this time for 2nd, underneath RJ Bishop. Bishop gives him plenty of space, and now Diego Yepes willing to help the Traxxas car out. Off of turn number 4 as Austin Miller goes up to 2nd, but that might be short-lived because he just washed up the hill. Logan Cloud looking to make it 3 wide and almost 4 wide, and RJ backed out of it. Cody Lamas threading the needle, going through the middle line. Brandon Crasta now shoving his nose underneath the milling machine, and oh man, he thought about it for a moment but backed off of it, and that's actually going to really help Hannah Allen out. Look at the breakaway she's going to have over the 10 car, and with these guys and gals all battling it out, it just helped Hannah Allen quite a lot. Here comes Corey Williams down to the bottom of the racetrack. Matthew Rodriguez willing to help him out. Edward Ziemba, Jordan Fisher also coming in as well. All of these guys we've kind of noted up front. Blaze McKinney's a guy we haven't really talked about too much in this race. He's running inside the top 15. Will Goss inside the top 20. Jacob Hart, Eric DeMax, Joseph Strigley, and Bobo Jones not too far apart from each other. And Lane Sanders in that 60 trying to make it 3 wide. Tim Field, there's Jackson Brock. BBJ's really struggled. He's just kind of stood in the back in this race. Kev Shear, there's Julio Caesar. There's also Ryan Griffin, Eves, Reed, Smith. There's Daniel Day. These guys are just kind of, I think, running, just kind of trying to stay out of trouble. Cole Baker, DJ Curtis, Ryan Acosta. And it looks like Cal Farrell's actually lost the draft as a result, and Peter Onjak might be in danger as well, so this could be a really very much a double disaster for the Red Bull team as Matthew Rodriguez tried to send it 3 wide underneath, and they're 3 wide, several rows deep behind in the mid-pack as Jack Porkins now trying to, oh, he's not knowing where to go on the racetrack to be exact. But all these guys now starting to get really aggressive here, but they all haven't really been able to really set stone on Hannah Allen's 17 car. That car just so good in the clean air, and she's able to block lanes left and right all around this racetrack. But Corey Williams now up to the challenge. Maybe could try and challenge that 17 car, but so far, Hannah Allen, ever since she's taken the lead, there's been no turning back for this IK9 car, but Corey Williams might say otherwise. But Matthew Rodriguez goes down the bottom. The Toyota's all ganging up around the Chevrolet, and oh man, the Toyota's trying to showcase who's boss here in the Hardee's National Series as Jordan Fisher gonna make it 3 wide on Matthew Rodriguez and Corey Williams. Blaze McKinney coming into the fray in the 90, and look at the run he's got off of turn number 4. There's Joseph Strigley, there's Tim Fiegel. Fiegel, will he press the issue? Oh yes he will, he's looking underneath. And Tim Fiegel getting aggressive as well. He's had a horrible start to the season, and he's had some very good runs here and there, but the consistency has not been in his favor. Bobo Jones now getting aggressive, making it 4 wide. Edward Ziemba, ooh, that's a very precarious situation off of turn number 2. Lane Sanders also making it 4 wide on the bottom, just committed right there, and they're all trying to find something around this 17 car. Hannah Allen, the car to beat so far, and the Toyotas, it's a Toyota 1, 2, 3 in this event. Nick Breeding in the middle there. More Toyotas starting to come forward. They're all teaming up on each other here, and they're all trying to work together so far. As it seems, they can battle it out amongst themselves, but more or less they are dominating this race so far. As it's just really these Toyotas just so strong so far in this event. Fisher now all over the back bumper of Allen. He made a move around Rodriguez, but Strigley goes to the inside of the 0-2, but Halleck's going to look lower on the racetrack as he's going to force it 3 wide with Sanders and Angel following on toe, and meanwhile the mid-pack getting double file, and really they're 3 wide, several rows deep behind him. It just comes to show how competitive this field is and how close they are to each other. It doesn't matter the equipment you're in, you have an equal shot when it comes to the plate tracks, and it comes to show though. And Jack Halleck up to second. Will Lane Sanders make a move for the runner-up spot? He might be that car to peek out. The third car line always seems to peek out, and now Sanders making the attack on Jack Halleck. Down to the inside, he's gonna go. Sean Angel, Jones, BBJ, Noah Hart, there's West, Jackson, and others all hogging the bottom groove. The outside line can have some fair share of momentum, but the inside line is just where you want to be in this race. And Sanders now up to second, Angel up to third, and Halleck now becoming the driver to drop back. But oh man, what a fake by Sean Angel. He flicks it down the inside, and now he's going to take the second spot away. Sanders now up on the top groove of the racetrack as Bobo Jones now coming into the mix. Maybe wanting to get a bonus point himself, as here he comes off turn number 2, and they're actually coming towards the slow car, James Ellison here, but the field, they've calmed themselves down, and I know that's saying that wouldn't really give it much justice to say how aggressive these guys have been, but they have given themselves plenty of room on the racetrack. There hasn't been anything too silly, to say the least, but the front runners have really just kept themselves cool under pressure, and Hannah Allen certainly feeling so great in that race car right now. And you see the top 5 very much single file with Halleck and Sanders right behind. Ross Jackson not too far in the mix. They're 4 wide in the middle of the pack here. Shade Ease, William Brock, Blaze McKinney, but looks like they've settled it down, and looks like they'll be good for the time being. But up front though, Hannah Allen though still in command. Nobody's been able to make a move on her. Ryan Reed in that mid-pack trying to move himself forward. A couple of drivers that are outside the top 30 in the owner's standings, they're also looking for some great point stays, as here comes Bobo Jones down to the inside to make it a Rodriguez 1-2 in this race, and that would be a great sight to behold for the owner of that team known as Matthew Rodriguez. And Bobo Jones now gonna go up to the second spot, and with help from Jack Halleck. These comes to show the front runners of this race, but track position seems to be key in this event. Ryan Reed getting a nice shot from Corey Williams. They're 3 wide. right in front of him as Lane Sanders ducks it down at the bottom of the racetrack on Jack Halleck. The action just never ending here at Talladega. But now Hannah Allen now having to weave past James Ellison's 23, goes to the outside line. Ellison sticks it in the middle, but oh, he's actually going to go to the top side this time around. And now Hannah Allen able to get past the lap car with ease. Ross Jackson now going to get boxed in, and Ellison going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. He has every right to race them because he wants to get a lap back, because you never know when the caution could fly if he's ahead of that 17 car. But right now it doesn't really seem they've got the pace to really contend up there. But Hannah Allen, though, again, just been able to block every line and just really ruin the runs of these other drivers that are trying to challenge for that lead. We're getting closer and closer to pit stops here in the field. They're starting to lose some patience in this race as well. Fiegel making a dive down on the inside for the runner-up spot. RJ Bishop with a really good run in the corner, and he's just blasted by Noah Hardee and Bobo Jones, and now they're all going to chase down Hannah Allen 17 once again. Logan Cloud on the inside, Edward Ziemba helping the 10 car out, but will they make a charge for the lead is the real question. Look at the gap, though, between the 17, 71, and 43. That's a pretty big margin, to say the least. And if you have too big of a lead, that could really backfire, and drivers can really use that to their advantage to slingshot past the leader. And here they come off turn number 2. RJ now with a good run, help from Corey Williams on that middle groove. And will he go to the bottom? Yes, he will. RJ gonna make a lunge at it for the race lead. Edward Ziemba getting help from Diego Yepes to make it 3 wide behind him, but RJ Bishop now looking to take his role as the race leader, trying to get himself a bonus point in that 71 car. And RJ Bishop sits 12th in the standings as of the moment. Edward Ziemba, though, the Ford's starting to come to life as well, but Hannah Allen not giving up without a fight on the outside groove, and she will actually hold off the 71 for the time being. And RJ, though, now has to defend from Edward Ziemba, but Ziemba's got a really good run into turn number 1, and he's going to take advantage and go for the race lead, and looks like he might get it off of turn number 2, but Yep is now all over the rear bumper of the 94, as now it's Edward Ziemba up to the point here, and we're only just a few laps in terms of getting towards our pit stops, and that will be the big pivotal point in this race, the money stop for these drivers. Shade Eves looking to make it 4 wide underneath Jacob Hart, Cloud, and Corey Williams, as Williams gets shuffled to the top groove, but we're starting to see more drivers kind of start to lose touch of the pack. Joseph Strigley, just a little bit of separation there. They've really got to get to the outskirts of this first pack, because Ryan Griffin and the others, they're battling it out right in front of them, as Edward Ziemba now has his fair share of leading the race. Bobo Jones to the inside for second, but all these other guys, they've really got to work together. But really, with those guys in front of them just going at it, that's just not gonna, they don't really have to do much to really capitalize or put much effort into catching up with the pack, so they kind of let the action commence themselves. But Edward Ziemba now to the point of this race. Hydra still looking for their first win this season. They've gotten a win with Diego Yepes last year to keep in note, but this team, they've been very ambitious, to say the least, and to say that would also be very much an understatement. Bobo Jones, though, all over the back bumper. Ross Jackson sitting in third, but RJ Bishop, oh man, Bobo tried to make a move, but Ziemba shut the door on the number 9, and Edward Ziemba is going to lead another lap this time around, and we're seeing more drivers lose touch here. I don't know who. Looks like BBJ, Cody Lamas, Ryan Reed, Nick Breeding, Angel, Weston Smith, so something might have happened. Curtis Baker and Dave have lost the draft as well, but there might have been something amiss there that really caused that separation of cars, and we're going to have to see maybe what happened might have caused that separation. But here comes RJ, though, with a big run down on the inside for the race lead, and Edward Ziemba, though, he's going to have to file in line quickly. He has to get in front of Ross Jackson if he wants to really hang on, and he will do so, and that comes to show the experience in the series. RJ a rookie compared to Ziemba's experience of a full year. RJ a part-time year last year, but even so, the 71 car up front once again. We've seen this car with success before, and with James Shelley, and now RJ up to the point. So Jordan Fisher's car had blown up, and this is the reason it caused that separation of cars of Reed, West, BBJ, and all those others, and this is really gonna hurt them in terms of contending for the win. And Jordan Fisher's race is gonna end up in smoke. His car looked pretty good, and well, it's not gonna finish well at the end of the day. RJ now with the lead, and Edward Ziemba gonna shuffle to the inside. Cresta gonna commit, Shear's gonna follow, as well as Griffin. They all ditch the rowdy car, and now Ziemba to the bottom. Cresta gonna make it 3 wide for the top spot, and Ziemba tried to cut him off, but to no avail. But Ryan Griffin's now got a really good run off of turn number 4. Jack Porkins in the picture, as well as Matthew Rodriguez, but now Ryan Griffin looking to try and lead a lap for the Joseph Strigley team, and that would be a really good surprise for them, because Jake West led a lap at Daytona, and now they're going to lead a lap at Dega, looks like, based on scoring. And Ryan Griffin has now led a lap this time around. Matthew Rodriguez shoving his nose underneath Jack Porkins to make it 4 wide, as they immediately relegate it back down to 3 wide action, but really aggressive move from Matt Rod there, and Tim Fiegel hugging the bottom, William Brock. You see all of these other drivers right behind. We haven't talked about some of those other ones back there, Julio Caesar, Austin Miller, to name a few of them, but everybody's really had their fair share of screen time so far in this race, and that's also the beauty of plate racing. Everybody gets their shot of an opportunity in terms of TV time, and they're getting close off of turn number 4. Matthew Rodriguez now to the point here. Tim Fiegel, though, will he make a lunge to the bottom? But right now, though, Matt Rod in command in the Napa Auto Parts machine. Wyandotte Auto Club in a late race pass. It came down to a late race restart, and right now he's up front, but they're also coming towards lap traffic. They're coming towards the slow car of Cal Farrell, though. Can't really say slow when you've got no draft, because I think each car has been quick, but that car just maybe not as quick as the others. As Matt Rod goes to the inside, Tim Fiegel gonna press the issue there, maybe use him as a pick, but Matthew Rodriguez able to hold his ground at the lunge attempt, and now Cal Farrell goes to the top side. We'll get out of the way of the inside group. We're starting to see more drivers shuffle to and fro, and I think we're starting to see some drivers come down pit road, some of them putting hand signals out. And here we go, we've got ourselves some green flying pit stops. Tim Fiegel coming in, leading his first batch of cars of Halleck, Porkins, Williams, McKinney, looks to be Yepes, DeMax, Jones, and Ellison, as well as Angel, West, and Reed, to name a few of them. But now, big gap between Matthew Rodriguez and Noah Hart, 3 wide right behind him. Not really what you want to do. You want to stick and really keep in touch with these guys up there, and right now, though, if they can get those pit stops nailed down, they will have a shot at this win. And I think many of them are going to obviously top off on gas, but the real question is how much of an impact tires have on this track surface. But will these other guys come in this time around? Matthew Rodriguez looks like survey says yes, he will come in. Noah Hart, William Brock, Ziemba. Ooh, man, a little bit of a shuffle back there, and on the brakes goes RJ Bishop. Almost ran over Cal Farrell, and Kev Shear on the brakes as well. We haven't talked about him all race long, but he's had a very solid effort despite the bad qualifying run. Miller, Goss, Hannah, Allen has dropped back down the order, and whoever, well, for someone that led the first portion of this race, he really needs a good stop here and some good adjustments. But all of these other drivers looks like they're gonna maybe go for 2 tires with their cars. So there you see Jones out ahead of Ryan Reed, ahead of Angel, ahead of Jake West, and Corey Williams ahead of them. But now you see Sanders still on the track, Logan Cloud. Maybe they're banking on a caution, maybe they're hoping the overcut strategy works out, and we've seen it happen before and time again. But now here they come down pit road. Sanders in. Will anybody else stay out maybe an extra lap? Looks like nobody will do so, as Lane Sanders, Cloud, Strigley, Griffin, Roush, and Caesar will conclude their stops. So really will begin their stops, and that will conclude the cycle. There's Llamas coming off of pit road, Breeding, Smith, and others. And oh man, some double wide action right off of pit road. Ross Jackson, Will Goss, and Austin Miller, they're getting really antsy there off of turn number 2. Really close quarters racing off the corner. But more or less, though, all these guys, they're all trying to wrap things up in pit stops here. And there's Cloud coming out of his stall. Lane Sanders, ooh, man, he's really stuck in his stall. Either that's a really slow stop. Let's see. Will he be ahead of Logan Cloud? Ooh, it's going to be really close off. But, oh, he got held up by Strigley. Strigley coming out of his stall, and that really caused Sanders to check up quite a lot. And there is Ryan Griffin and Caesar not too far behind. Really a waddle of Dodges coming off of pit road. But there's the gang of cars. Matthew Rodriguez, William Brock, Jack Porkins, Hart, Fiegel, and Halleck all clumped up together with Crasta. There's also Ziemba, Yepes, Damax, and McKinney. Cal Farrell not too far behind. Corey Williams in the 14 here. But we expect these drivers maybe to come to and fro. And Caesar and the 60 side by side. Caesar on the apron this time around, coming off of pit road. Maybe trying to side drop the 60 off of the backstretch there. But right now, though, maybe based on where things cycle out, it looks like William Brock might come off as the race leader in this event. But let's see where timing and scoring's out. There's smoke on the track, but still green here at Talladega, so we're gonna have to see what happened. But looks like based on cycling, it is William Brock up front, and it's only a handful of cars up close together. But I think really if these other drivers decide to work together, because look how massive this pack of cars are, I think they could really catch these front runners up there. So here's what happened with the smoke. Curtis and Baker collided. Curtis came down the track, and well, that was a pretty wicked drift there, my friend. And that is certainly, well, not what Curtis maybe wanted whatsoever, or Baker, and that's really just going to hurt their progress. And well, for the 54, the tires are going to be basically fried. Here comes Jack Howlick making a move to the inside. Now he's going to want to advance himself to the race lead. Tim Fiegel up top, Noah Hart in the bottom, with Matthew Rodriguez trying to close in on Porkins, and Porkins trying to pinch at 20 off of turn 4, but couldn't really do anything there, but able to get the momentum off of the corner. But now Jack Howlick challenging the 88 on the top side. William Brock's just really needing a good run, and right now with the lap led, that's a bonus point for this 88 team. Howlick able to get a lap led as well. So really good ups on them, and really good strategy calls for all of those teams, and great stops with Crast and the others. They're all trying to really close in on these drivers. They're communicating with one another. I think they all know they've got to work together, but they're also battling it out up in their miniature pack, or their big gaggle of cars. And you see Kev Shear and the others, those guys, they're all single file with the exception of Ryan Reed out of line, but they're all trying to work together. You see 50.4 to a 49.8, and that's also with these guys battling it out. It really plays into the favor of those guys behind them, and this could really get interesting, because if these guys keep going at it and duking it out for the lead, this could really allow more contenders to go for this win. And right now, I think all the front guys know they've got to stay single file if they want to keep their chances really increase their chances and not decrease them compared to the other drivers behind them. But you see there's just a huge wad of them, a school of fish to say the least, as Sean Angel leading the gaggle of cars right behind them, leading just a whole group of them. And behind that 44 car, let's see the lap time, 49.5 to a 50.4. They are really starting to close in, and with them 3 wide, that's not really going to help the first pack at all. And Halleck, though, ahead of the lap car of Onjak, but that's going to be short-lived, because here comes Porkins, but Fiegel going to make it 3 wide for the second spot, and Halleck's going to have a little bit of a breakaway here. But that, well, you know how it is at Talladega. Those momentum runs are really gonna kick in. That might put the 74 car a sitting duck, but we saw what Hannah Owl was able to do. Could Halleck do it as well? But time will tell. As the laps wind down and the time is running out, you're starting to see the other group get bigger and bigger on your screen. Angel and the others, they have really worked themselves out, and despite them battling it out, they are still faster. And I think it just comes to show how much of a group they are, just the bigger numbers outweighing the little ones here. And right now, though, they're all trying to hunt down Jack Howlick and the first pack up there. Howlick now still in the lead, but now Hart shuffles out of line. Here comes Fiegel to follow in tow, and now Fiegel gonna have his attack on the 74. Matthew Rodriguez stuck on the top groove, and William Brock, will he blend in line? But for the others, this has actually allowed them to catch up. So we got ourselves a race, folks. It's going to be a big gaggle all going for the race win. I'd say 20 plus cars that could win this race, and with them all duking it out, this is gonna get bananas here at Talladega. And now Noah Hart's gonna take his shot at the lead. He's gonna lead a lap here today. And now Brock to the inside on Jack the lap car, trying to get his lap back. Angel closing in on the top 5, and now up to 5th and maybe even more, because Corey Williams pushing that 44 car off turn number 2 as he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Brock now on the back bumper of Noah Hart. Will he make his move to the inside, or will he wait? He's gonna wait behind the Dairy Queen machine and Julio Caesar on the inside of Jack Porkins, Bobo Jones, and RJ Bishop. Gonna follow in line. Joseph Strigley's marched his way back in contention. Blaze McKinney, DeMax, Ryan Reed, and so much more. And the crowd on their feet. They know this is crunch time here at Dega, with only a handful of laps to go. Still 20 or so laps left in the event, as Angel now going to the inside, hugs the yellow line once again. Corey Williams gonna help him out, be his little drafting buddy off of turn number 2 as the cookout machine now to the point here at Talladega. And just comes to show these drivers are going to try and get at least that one bonus point on their revenue here today. That's certainly going to help them get some kind of incentive, because 1 point can make the difference in a championship hunt or even in the top 30. And that is really the case here tonight. Angel able to lead a lap. Williams is able to maybe might have a shot at leading the lap here if he can get something at it. Tim Fiegel had his fair shot at it. Bobo Jones and all these others, they've been running up front for a reason. And it really comes to show the top team still got what it takes, but we're starting to see some other teams start to come into the picture as well. But a lot of the top cars, a lot of the top teams like Turner Performance, CM Racing, Curtis Racing, Fisher Motorsports, they're starting to showcase their colors here today, showcasing their power for a reason, why they're the best of the best in the Hardee's National Series here. But you see Angel now, they're single file for the top 5 here, as Strigley's really trying to get to the inside with help from teammate Noah Hart. And Joseph Strigley trying to catch up to Bobo Jones, trying to extend his gap, but Jones trying to close in with how he's running, because now he's got a shot for the 3rd position down to the bottom of the racetrack. Fiegel gives him plenty of space, but Sean Angel though holding his ground, very much so. Very good race car. They've made some good adjustments to the cookout car, and he's got a hungry Corey Williams right behind him. Williams looking for his 2nd win this season, while Angel still looking for his 1st. We've got ourselves a lot of drivers still looking for their 1st ever career win in the Hardee's National Series here. Tim Fiegel, Bobo Jones, Joseph Straley, RJ Bishop, Kev Sheard, to name a few of these drivers. Blaze McKinney, another one to also note in this race. And let's see other drivers that are still looking for their 1st ever win. What would be a really good underdog story if Logan Cloud could get his 1st win? What if Ryan Griffin could spoil the party and maybe win a race? Jacob Hart is yet to win in the Hardee's National Series. Ziemba, so many names in this pack that could have a shot at getting their 1st win ever in the Hardee's National Series, but they've all got to really catch up to this 44 cars. They stay single file from the top 5. Bobo Jones right behind Corey Williams. Will he make a move to the bottom? Yes, he will. Here he goes inside of the 14 for the runner-up spot, and RJ's just going to help assist that 9 car. Tim Fiegel, though, big gap right in front of him and Corey Williams. Will Williams blend in line? No, he won't. And Kev Sheard's gonna try and make a lunge at it himself to make it 3 wide, and look at the run he's got on the backstretch to try and get 2 birds with 1 stone into turn number 3. And here comes Kev down towards the bottom. Joseph Strigley, ooh, what a run he's got off of turn number 3 and 4, and he's gonna try and get 2 spots as well. Noah Hart right behind him, and there's Jacob Hart, the Hart brothers, in contention for this race still, but Jacob Hart's got to really catch on and latch to the number 12 if he wants to have an opportunity, and he might have some with help from Brandon Crasta and Jake West. William Brock also in the mix, but RJ now getting shuffled to the top side here as Bobo Jones goes down to the bottom, and Kev Shear's car coming to life at the best time, and he's been very quiet running in the middle of the pack, but now at the best time possible, he's up front. Tim Fiegel making it 3 wide on Srigley and RJ Bishop, but not able to get anything out of the hat there, but able to get something underneath the 71. Here comes Noah. Here comes Jacob Hart. In there, Brandon Cresta, but the Joseph Srigley car trying to crack into the top 10 here, with Jake West and Ryan Griffin running close together respectively. William Brock, Halleck, Roush, there's Ziemba, Logan Cloud, and others, all really just trying to stay on and latch on. Hannah Allen's lost the draft. Eves has lost the draft. Jackson, Goss, Miller, and Sanders, they have really not found the pace, and I think those stops really hurt them compared to maybe some of the others here. Srigley and the others, I think, were a bit luckier because they had cars to latch onto, but I think the others were just kind of on their own little islands, so that's why they're so far back, and that's not going to be good point stays for them. Hannah Allen was so optimistic, looked so good in the first half, but now she's not even close to contending for that race win. But Sean Angel, though, still up front. Kev Shear up to second. You see these drivers constantly shuffling to and fro, moving back and forth, all trying to find the slipstream and to make the most out of it here. But Kev all over the back bumper of the cookout machine. And here's Joseph Srigley and Noah Hart behind, but Noah Hart makes a big lunge down the bottom, is going to abandon his teammate, and that's really going to hurt Joseph Srigley a ton, as here comes Cresta. Will he make a 3 wide move of 2? Yes, he will. Jake West, William Brock, Williams, and Griffin. Here comes Corey down on the inside of the 88 and the 9, and really much to the chagrin of Bobo Jones, he's going to drop a few positions back, and this field just shuffles back and forth. You move to the top side, you gotta immediately get down to the bottom, and it just ends up being an endless cycle here at Talladega. But Sean Angel, though, untouchable like Allen, but Kev is looking to put the challenge on that 44, and he's all over the back bumper, and I think right now he's playing it patient on that Dodge. 10 laps to go here at Talladega. Who's gonna get to the stripe first? And so far, Hannah Allen was the first car to be dominant in the first half of this race, and now we're seeing Sean Angel take the steps of Hannah Allen so far, and he's held a grasp over the lead pack. But Brandon Cresta gonna make a move on his teammate for the runner-up spot. I think Kev really wanted to set up a move, but Brandon Cresta thought otherwise, as now he's gonna take the second spot away with help from Corey Williams. And off of turn number 4, they're gonna go. Noah Hart, will he get to the inside? Corey Williams is going to duck down underneath the 8, and that's really going to ruin the chances of both the CM cars for the time being. But now, Sean Angel, though, loving these guys battle it out right behind them. That's really what he wants to see, and that really is the case. They really need to work together if they want to have a shot at the race lead. And Sean Angel, though, he is doing a very good job at defending. Noah Hart, though, now on the back bumper, bump drafting that 14 down the backstretch. Scott Roush trying to make it 3 wide in the back room, while Julio Caesar starting to lose touch with the draft. But Noah Hart, though, gonna stay right behind Corey Williams. I think those guys, they've got something up their sleeve on that 44 car. And Corey Williams, will he make a move? No, he will not. The top 5 gonna stay single file, make it the top 6. Staying single file with Roush coming in hot pursuit with Jack Halleck, RJ Bishop, and Ryan Griffin behind. West gonna try and get out of the line here, but I don't think he's really got the power to make a move down the inside, and really that came to show just like that he just doesn't have the help behind him. Off of turn number 2, the car is just roaring down the backstretch. Who will make a dive to the inside? Straightly gonna be the first. Will Williams make a move? Yes, he will. Roush is gonna do the same with RJ right behind. I think those two have communicated that they're gonna try and work together right now, and here comes Corey down towards the inside as he's gonna take the race lead off of turn number 4. And Joseph Srigley now the second car on the inside groove. Roush gonna slide it down the inside and put a huge walk there on RJ, but I think both of them just shuffled to the inside at the same time, so really great teamwork from the 3 and the 71. And now Jack Halleck gonna make it 3 wide on RJ Bishop, and that's gonna really cost them a lot of time. But now Corey Williams now neck and neck with the race leader off of turn number 2. Sean Angel trying to get the help he needs on the backstretch. He's trying to let Srigley know that he needs the push on the corner. Jack Halleck, though, gonna abandon Scott Roush. He wants to go for the win. towards the inside here. And here he goes. Here comes Ryan Griffin also coming into the mix. He's trying to get a top 5 in this 11 car. Sean Angel still holding his ground off of turn number 4. That is one strong Dodge Dart there. Sean Angel still side by side with Corey, as now they're side drafting into the triangle. Who's gonna lead across the line? Sean Angel's gonna get it this time, and wow, what a run on the outside. Kev Shear trying to make it 4 wide on the inside there. Made it stick there, and they all gave each other plenty of space. And Scott Rauch way up towards the top side, and Brandon Cresta thought about making it 4 wide, but thought better of it. Now Kev Shear, good run down the backstretch, gonna swing it down to the inside. Kev now looking for the race lead here, down towards the bottom of the racetrack, hugging the yellow line. Gonna try and make the most out of it here, and he's got the run off the corner. And Kev Shear's now in the race lead off of turn number 4 here, with only a handful of laps to go. Noah Hart to the inside of Corey Williams. Williams gets shuffled out of line, and that 3 wide move Kev made might have cost both the 44 and the 14 alike. West in the middle, Ryan Reed helping out the 90 of Blaze McKinney. Noah Hart though now with a shot at attacking the 0 car here. With a good run off of turn number 2, Hart now trying to mind his P's and Q's. Caesar still trying to hold on for dear life with these guys battling it out right in front of him. Matthew Rodriguez making a 3rd lane on the bottom of the racetrack. Blaze McKinney though waiting for another day here, while Ryan Reed gets ditched in the middle groove by Matthew Rodriguez. Diego Yepes, Jacob Hart, there's Tim Figo, Eric Tamax, Jack Porkins, all of those guys just on the outskirts of the main pack. But Kev Shear now holding on ahead of Noah Hart and Blaze McKinney. And Blaze McKinney, really, what would be a day for Kev Shear if he could get his first win? He could be the 50th winner in the Hardee's National Series. That would be quite an accomplishment there. And from a team like CM Racing, Kev Shear has yet to find victory lane compared to his compatriots in terms of the full-time tenure. Scott Rauch found victory lane, Brandon Cresta found victory lane, but Kev Shear yet to do that. Brock to the inside, McKinney down on the inside as well. This is for the 2nd spot. Hart shuffled to the top side, so is Matthew Rodriguez, Yepes, as well as Jacob Hart and Figo. All to the inside, but William Brock, will he make a move for himself? No, he can't, because Diego Yepes now down to the bottom of the racetrack, makes it 3 wide underneath the 88 and the 12. Jacob Hart now going to shove the X-side machine. Yepes needs all the help he can get, and that 05 car, really good pusher in this race so far, as they now have stormed themselves up to the 2nd spot. Kev Shear though, the spotter telling him to block every line possible and be mindful of the runs. Jacob Hart now to the bottom, gonna spoil the run of Diego Yepes, but will Yepes have the momentum on the backstretch to try and block the 05 into 3? Yes, he does, and now Yepes has another lunge and another opportunity to go on the attack, while Kev still has to remain on the defensive. The top 3 now single file. Tim Figo up to 4th, to Max up to 5th. Here comes Edwards, Ziemba, Rauch, and Jones on the inside groove. Here comes Figo. He's going to make a move down the bottom. He knows it's go time because it's 2 laps to go in the event. Kev still in the lead. Diego Yepes though, I think he's waiting to make a move here, but Tim and the others, they know they've got to go immediately here. And Tim's got a really good run off of turn number 2. Will he make a move? Yes, he will. He's going to immediately dive down the bottom, and Yepes, I don't know, he didn't try to defend at all whatsoever. And maybe he hoped the 43 would go with him, but that was very optimistic of him. And now Tim Figo in the runner-up spot with a really good run off of turn number 4 to try and chase down Kev Shear's number 0. Bobo Jones making it 3 wide behind him. Scott Rauch now stuck in the middle groove, not where you want to be. As here they come to the trial with a white flag gonna fly. 1 more lap to go here at Talladega. Kev Shear in the lead. Ziemba gonna go down the bottom. He's already up to the 2nd spot. And this is a golden opportunity for Ziemba to steal this one away. Bobo Jones right behind him on the inside line. Will he follow the 94? No, he will not. Bobo Jones going to go at it himself. He's gonna go down towards the inside of Ziemba, and that might be it for the 94 car. But now, Bobo Jones with a really good run into turns number 3 and 4. Kev has to hold on to his car and hold it down on the bottom. Slides up the hill. Here comes Bobo down on the inside. Eric DeMack's gonna try and help the 9 car out. And now coming towards the tri-oval, side by side for the win. Who's gonna get there? Kev Shear's gonna get the win at the strike. And he is going to do it here, winning at Talladega and getting his first career win here in Alabama. What a turn, what a race, and what a finish. It came down to the wire. Bobo had a really good run, and then it just didn't work out. Just ended up oh so short, and based on the scoring it says 4 1/1000ths was the margin between Jones and Shear, and that's what it took to win this race. And Kev just held him off by a margin, and he has done it. And CM Racing has gotten all 3 of their cars, full-time cars to be exact, we're not including the 1 car obviously, in victory lane. Brandon Crasto winning at Daytona. Scott Roush finding his luck in pastures this season as well at Old Spice, or really more or less Wisconsin. And now Kev Shear winning at Talladega, and CM Racing sweeping the plate track so far this season here in the Hardee's National Series. What a run for them. Shear wins over Bobo Jones, William Brock. How about that? Talk about this, man. 3rd place run. They were 12 points behind 30th. Well, I think they'll be locked in based on where the other drivers performed. The 1 car of Eric DeMack's 4th. Great run for them. Brandon Crasto 5th. Edward Ziemba, well-deserved run in the top 5, or top 10, excuse me there. RJ Bishop had a very fast car, ends up 7th. Tim Fiegel 8th, Strigley 9th, and Jacob Hart rounding out your top 10. You see the rest of the field coming down, and man, what a turn of events here at Talladega. It got wild here. All these drivers are so aggressive, and yet we did not have a caution in this race. A caution-free race here at Talladega. What a day to be alive here in Alabama. And a well-deserved win for Kev Shear. We saw drivers dominate this race, but pit strategy came into play, and it just came into the wild card aspect of Talladega. And we ended up having a first-time winner and the 50th different winner here in the Hardee's National Series here. Congratulations to Kev Shear and the Zero team here for CM Racing. They have gotten themselves their first win this season, and the first win for Kev Shear as an FBRL driver. Thank you all for watching. We'll be signing out, and we'll see you next time. Before we actually sign out, let's actually take one more last look at the last lap. You see Kev in the lead. Ziemba makes a move down towards the bottom of the track, and he's got really a lot of help from Bobo Jones, and Jones is really setting up the momentum necessary to really have a lunge at the 0 and the 94, and just look at the speed he got, and look at the draft coming into play. And with help from William Brock, as you see, he just immediately dives down the bottom, and nothing really ever Ziemba could control there. He just got shuffled out of line, and just that momentum just seeming so endless off of turn number 4. And you see off the corner, Kev slides up the hill just a little bit, and that just allows Bobo Jones to make a lunge at it. One last attempt, and then from here on down, it's just the front stretch battle and the tri-oval coming into play. And let's see in slow motion, this is how close it is across the line. Let's see frame by frame, and just oh so close. And wow, that is how close it is. That close was Bobo Jones, and that close was the margin for Kev Shear to get to victory lane here, to get his first win. Both of these drivers were looking for their first ever win, and one of them came out on top, and really going to help the 0 car in the championship hunt. But otherwise, again, as noted, congratulations to Kev Shear on the win. And this time around, we'll be signing out as we'll take a look at the rest of the race results. And well, we got ourselves a season here, folks. We still got plenty of races left, and plenty of opportunities for drivers to finally strike gold here and find themselves in victory lane this year.